Jim, defeat here this afternoon. I feel like we're going to be talking about pretty much the same stuff we have other times this season. A really slow start and a really poor first half in general.
I think your game plan's out the window after 90 seconds. Uh, Boys were well prepared. They were well drilled. We spoke at length all week about the movement that they have. And I think if you look back at the goal, it's almost like we're waiting for other people to go and do their jobs. And we don't go for the header. We don't track the runner. And you can't give the quality of the Coleraine have any time there's space in the penalty area. And like I say, after 90 seconds, your game plan for the day has completely went out the window. After that, we could have let our heads go, but we didn't. We dug deep. We got ourselves, I wouldn't say back in the game as such, but we stayed in the game. And I thought we were okay with the threat that they had. But again, they were very, very clinical. And I think when you look back at the second goal, it's our two centre halves have done the opposite. One's went and one's dropped. And again, Chevy's run off the back of Kim, and he's been given a free shot at goal. So it's this very, very disappointing. Like I say, 90 seconds in and your game plan's completely gone. I think the other thing too, we lost James Hood, I think after 24, 25 minutes, which has hurt us big style, because like I say, we're light numbers in there as it is, and then to have to replace him, again, you lose the legs and you lose the energy that we have with him in the middle of the park. And we lost that. So we lost that wee bit of bite. We regrouped again at half time. We spoke about the next 10 minutes of the game. And within 3 minutes we've conceded again another silly, sloppy goal, which I just can't understand, because we'd said about the lack of communication and lack of concentration for the first goal. And we've done exactly the same thing for the start of the second half. And find yourself 3-0 down. You can't give Chevy any time in the box. Spoke about it before the game. And we've been nowhere near him inside the penalty area, and we've gone 3-0 down. Boys fought well to come back again. The heads could have went. Ben's obviously got a good goal as well, and that's what Ben gives you. He's a real threat on the pitch, especially in the attacking sense. And you're thinking, right, okay, the next 5 minutes is very important for us. If we could have got another opportunity, it would have made it interesting. But I think after that, Coleraine done a professional job, and they seen the game out.
How do you go about cutting out these recurring errors in terms of, you said, sloppiness and maybe lack of concentration, and it happens almost at the same time in games that you set puts game plans out the window? How do you go about trying to address that and stop it from happening?
Listen, we'll have to sit down with the players. Ultimately, it falls back on me. I pick a team, but when you're looking at the team we have, we've plenty of experience. So it's just, that's what I'm saying. It's that level of concentration. You're playing at a really high level of football, regardless of what anybody thinks about the Irish League. You're playing against quality full-time footballers. You need to concentrate for the full game. You can't have a lapse of concentration because you'll get punished. And ultimately, we keep losing that lapse of concentration. Like I say, we're well prepared. Players are well prepared before each and every game. Strengths, weaknesses. So sometimes when they take the white line, there's nothing really that you have any more control on. And we have to give the players that responsibility of being able to carry out the instructions. We'll have a long, hard look at today and obviously what didn't work. But like I say, your game plan goes out the window after 90 seconds. You lose James Hood in the middle of the park, where we're already missing a lot of experienced players. And we need to be prepared for another big test come Tuesday night at Newington.
Yeah, and you mentioned the good news is there is another game on the horizon pretty quickly, and a chance to advance in another cup competition and try and put today behind us.
Yeah, listen, we try and put today behind us. I think that's, my memory, that's everybody played in the league. And we're sitting fifth in the table, and the four teams above us are the four full-time teams. So, yes, I know fans are going to be extremely disappointed. Trust me, there's no one hurting any more than me, regardless of who we lose against, let alone being your biggest rivals in Coleraine. But I think we'll have to be realistic too as to where we are, and we'll fight every single game, no matter who it is we're playing. We're sitting fifth at the minute in the table after playing everybody, and the four teams above us are the four full-time teams.